Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, I am Jess from Jess Knits and Sews, and this is the corner of the internet where I talk to you about the stuff that I've made. Mostly knitting and a little bit of sewing. And I've got an announcement today to share with you, which is really exciting. So stay tuned. So today I'm not wearing a knitted garment. As you can see, I'm kind of a little bit dolled up today because I'm feeling good. The world is opened up in Victoria and we get to do more things. We get to see our friends, hang out, go to work and see our, colleagues. So it's an exciting time and I want to feel and look good. So here I am, all spruced up, ready for the world, I'm actually not wearing a knitted garment today. This is my own designs. So if you were listening to my last episode of the podcast, you would have already known that I was working on launching my own fashion label. It's here, y'all. It is here. So I am wearing the Aurora blouse in the black and also wearing the maxi skirt, which you probably can't see, so I'm going to try and stand up. There we go. It's floor length and it's made out of this linen and cotton combination fabric. So if you can see, there's like really nice texture on it, a bit of like these stripy bits, but they're very subtle, super breathable, super comfortable. I believe it's 74% linen and 26% cotton. And it is all sourced locally here from Victoria, Australia, and also made here in Victoria. I designed them myself. I did not sew them myself. I had a manufacturer here locally make it because I wanted to make sure that all the garments were of the same quality and were made by professionals. So I'm very excited about that. If you're interested in buying some outfits, please head to the website. It is called pimimpythelabel.com, and we have a 10% for the launch, and it ends on Sunday, so that'll be launch 10 is the code that you can use on the website. We do ship to other places outside of Australia and New Zealand, and that would be the US, UK, and Canada for the moment. Wow, Cupie's feeling really active today. He's just jumping around and doing things. So, what is going on with him? Today I am drinking T2 tea in the eggnog flavor. And honestly, this is my first time trying it and it is my favorite. It's so, so good. The mug is also from T2, from the Languages of Love range, I believe. It comes with an infuser and a lid, which I've taken out obviously because I'm drinking the tea. And I'll show you the box later on. It's very yummy. I put a little bit of milk and a tinge of sugar in there and it's perfect. Oh, exciting. So yeah, if you're interested about the label, maybe I can tell you a little bit about my background. So I'm Indonesian, born and bred. I moved to Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia, like the last, I want to say 5 to 6 years. And I moved here because I wanted a change of career. So when I was in Indonesia, I studied law. I have a bachelor's degree in commercial law, and I worked for a big firm in the city because I thought that was what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be a sensible adult with a good job and good pay so I can, be independent, financially independent and whatnot. And what happened was, I ended up working really long hours into the morning. And I don't know if this is everyone's experience. I can't speak to everyone's experience. This is very unique to me and I'm only speaking to my experiences. And I remember driving home one day, I was probably like 2 or 3 a.m., God knows what is time. And I just kind of, saw my life flash before my eyes, and I just thought to myself, is this really what I want to do with my life? Like, I was working so much and I didn't really get to socialize a lot, and maybe felt like it wasn't really something I felt truly passionate about. And I remember my childhood dream was that I've always wanted to be in fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer. Ever since I was 9 years old, I would walk around with this little tiny black notebook and had like Barbie on it in pink. I don't know, it was a Barbie notebook, but I had a vivid memory of this notebook. And I would walk around carrying this notebook everywhere I went, and every time I'm inspired by something I see, it might be something someone's wearing, or it might be something I saw out in nature, I would try and draw and sketch my own designs. I wish I still have that book so I can show you, but I don't. So you'll have to just take my word for it. The designs weren't very good, if anything, but I think it just showed that I was, I was very passionate about it. It was something that I wanted to do. It was a childhood dream. My grandma was a seamstress, and she had her own business. She made clothes for people tailor-made, and she was really great at that. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like, maybe it's in our blood. Maybe it's something about what she did back then that kind of like, transcends to me, and it became something I wanted to do. My mom is also very entrepreneurial. She's always just been able to, start a business, run from scratch. She doesn't work in the fashion industry, but she has a packaging and printing company with my dad. But yeah, like all these very entrepreneurial women in my life, I feel like they inspire me to be entrepreneurial, to start my own business, do something I'm passionate about. So yeah, it took a long, I guess, time to actually get here, because obviously when I had that epiphany, that moment, and then I quit my job and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I want to go to fashion school. Where do I even start with that? And then I decided I would come to Melbourne just to kind of start fresh and be inspired by a different, scenery and different environment. And that's so it wouldn't be so easy for me to fall back into my old ways and just, retreat, I suppose. And so I came to Melbourne, and that was 5 or 6 years ago. I studied at RMIT. I did my master's in fashion business, and I learned a lot of things. The lectures there were so great, and some of them I still talk to today. But from there, after I graduated my master's, I did a lot of internships with other local Australian fashion designers. So I did an internship with Lois Hazel. If you know her, she's got really great designs. She's a great local Australian designer. There's also Courtney from ABCH. I did an internship with her just to kind of learn about how, they run a fashion business, like, because I had no idea or any kind of imagination as to how that would go. So I did that, and I feel very fortunate that I did learn a lot from them. And then I couldn't find a job in fashion. So after all of that, after quitting my job, coming over here, wanting to work in fashion, I actually couldn't find a job in fashion. The reason being was I was on a temporary visa, and, not to get too into the whole details of things, but usually it's only big companies that would take on someone with like a temporary work visa, or, someone who's hoping to get like a work sponsorship so that they can stay in the country, things like that. So usually fashion companies don't have that kind of budget, I think, or from my experience back then, I couldn't find anywhere. That was, that had a good position for me at the time. So I worked for multiple different companies. I ended up working in social media marketing. That became my profession here when I, rejigged my life and restarted in Australia. And I worked for like banks, universities, like very serious businesses, nothing to do with fashion. And so kind of fast forward from all of that, like now it's been 5 to 6 years since I had that epiphany and that, really strong desire to want to do something that I felt passionate about, something that I truly loved. we are finally here. You know, I've always said someday I will start my own label. That someday is today, and that's why I'm really excited about it. And I hope you don't mind that I share this story with you, because I am very grateful and I feel very fortunate to be able to actually explore this venture and share it with you. So I hope that you do enjoy my designs, and that I hope that you support me and follow me on social media, only if you want to. And yeah, so here it is. Today is the day. Yeah, so that's kind of my story and my journey. And if you'd kind of like to hear more, I guess, about the behind the scenes of running like a fashion business and whatnot, I do plan to potentially maybe like create a different channel so that it's not mixed up with all my knitting stuff, because I do understand that at the end of the day, people come here usually to talk about their knitting stuff. Okay, not to venture too much into it, but I do have like a little bit of an announcement. So there's a 10% discount, and also starting from next week when the discount lapses, I will be having like little tiny prize draw for the people who have purchased from my store. So I decided I wanted to also support another female-led small business, and I found Molly's Cottage on Instagram, and she sells the loveliest self-care packages. She has candles and, you know, handmade soaps and all that stuff. And I have bought a few packages for her. And so next week, whoever purchases first, like, you know, first in, best dress, I will also include with their purchase a box from Molly's Cottage. And when I opened this box from Molly's Cottage, it came in a big box because I did buy a few. It smells so beautiful. It smells like suddenly I was transported into like a small, warm, just wonderful cottage. So I'm really excited to show you. Obviously, to be able to show you, I had to kind of open this box so I could show the contents to you. So it comes wrapped beautifully with this green tissue paper and Molly's Cottage little sticker. Guys, it smells so good. I wish I could transport the smell your way. So it comes with a candle, 100 grams candle with 20 hours burn time, and set vanilla bean. And oh, it just smells so good, just wonderful, honestly. I believe she makes them all herself, and if you're interested in seeing how she makes them, head on over to her Instagram page. I will put a link to her page below. This is charcoal goat's milk. So pretty. Oh, isn't that just amazing? It smells so good, you guys. And it also comes with some bath salts. It's wrapped really securely in some paper. There's very minimal plastic in her whole packaging, which I really appreciate. So there's the lavender bath salt. Oh my God. Isn't that just so pretty? I love like the test tube. Okay, I'm gonna ruin this, aren't I? Because I'm opening the packaging. It'll be fine. Lemon myrtle. And also rose. Oh, beautiful. And I guess if you don't have a bathtub, you can always just do like a little bucket with warm water, and then you can soak your feet after a long day, and that would just be so nice. I'm just wrapping this back in. Sorry for the crinkly noise. And that's not it. It comes with some chocolate. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of sugar, right? So this is also from a local business. It's Strawberry Fields, Mornington Peninsula, the Ministry of Chocolate. It's got those little strawberry bits, which is exciting. It says proudly Australian made and owned. So you just love supporting other local businesses. I get excited about it. So yes, if you don't want to miss out, make a purchase soon, message me, and I might pop this in to your order as a surprise, you know, surprise and delight, which is really exciting. So yeah, I will also, at the end of this video, be showing a little bit of a sneak peek with the behind the scenes with the photo shoot during, during the photo shoot of the label at the very end. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. All right, let's get to the knitting, right? That's what we're here for. All right, let's start with Shawlography because obviously that was like where I left off last time. All right, y'all, please excuse this sort of mildly, I hope I'm in focus. Please excuse this mildly awkward situation that I'm sitting in. My camera just ran out of battery because I forgot to charge it. So I've had to swap positions so that I can charge it and talk to you. Back to the Shawlography. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. So, this is where I am up to so far. It's massive, isn't it? And this is the brioche section, which is pretty cool. I've never done brioche before. I don't know why though, like the colors in the front, like they look nice, but then the colors in the back, they look so much more like tidier or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And I've dropped stitches again. Yeah, that's pretty usual. So where I'm up to is the part where you do like the crissy-crossy bit after this. I did watch Stephen West's video the other day on how to do the crissy-crossy bit. I just haven't gone around to it, so I might do some of that today. I did kind of consider skipping it because I did feel like there's definitely like snag potential there because it's all very, it's like long strands that are crossed, and I'm a little bit worried about snagging. So there is a potential that I might skip that part. But yeah, we'll see. And I'll let you know. Cupid's just looking at me, talking. He's like, Mommy, what are you doing? What are we doing? So that's the Shawlography. So far, I'm very much enjoying it. I know there's definitely like a bit of like a mixed review on the last clue, on clue 4. I think I saw Kristen Leher. Lord, I don't know how to say her last name. Kristen from Woolen Vines, and she was talking about how she didn't love like the stripy aspect of the very end of the border. And some people have just kind of gone and done their own thing, which is pretty cool. But I intend to kind of follow through with it because it is my first Shawlography, so I do want it to look the way it was intended, the way it was designed. And honestly, I think it looks great, so no complaints from me. I just, maybe that crissy-crossy bit I might skip, but we'll see. And I've kind of been cheating a little bit on my Shawlography and working on other things. So I've been working on a sock for my husband. How cute! It's self-strapping socks, which I've never done before. So because it's self-strapping, what I'm going to need to do this time is do an afterthought heel, which I've never done before, but I've heard from people that it's not actually as difficult as it sounds, so I'm excited about that. And the yarn is from Felici. You do have to buy 2 balls, don't forget if you're interested, just because it is 50 grams each, so you need 2 balls of the Felici yarn, and the colorway is Speed Racer, and I thought it was very fitting because he's very into cars, so Speed Racer sounds very fitting for him. And he chose that color himself, which I'm really excited about. I get excited when he gets excited about things and chooses his own colors because it doesn't happen very often. And I was hoping I was going to be able to finish it before Christmas so I can give it to him for Christmas. Is it going to happen? I don't know. At this rate, I'm knitting very slowly because I've got a bunch of things going on. But you know what? Such is life. So fingers crossed that I can work through it. The other thing, obviously you haven't seen this in a while, but you probably already have seen it before, is the Tecumseh sweater. If you've been in the knitting community for a while, you would know just by looking at this pattern what this is. Oh gosh, look at that. Isn't it just so, the contrast is amazing. Like, I love that. I was knitting on it the other day and I hadn't knitted on it for a long time. And for whatever reason, the stitch count is not right. So I don't know what happened. If I just did one color work section, like one row of the color work section, and at the end I didn't have the right number of stitches. So I just kind of parked it for a little bit and then I'll look at it very closely. Went, yep, found the mistake. There it is. Yep, that explains it. Okay, so there's the spacing wasn't even when I done it, and that's because I wasn't counting and paying attention. So I'm gonna have to undo that whole row, unfortunately. That's all right, you live and you learn, right? So that's all the things that are on my needles at the moment, so not a lot. Oh yeah, and I was talking about the T2T earlier. I just want to show you this beautiful box that I got from T2. It's the Festive 5. Look at how beautiful and sparkly that is. So you get like 5 different flavors. The overall weight is 155 grams. You get 5 mini cubes. Look at the design, y'all. That is, if that doesn't make you feel Christmassy, I don't know what will. It's beautiful illustration, and it comes with like 5 little mini boxes. I have tried all of them except for this one. So the one that I was drinking before is the eggnog tea. It is so delicious. It's got like these little tiny illustrations on the side as well. It looks so cute. What's in it? Black tea, sweet blackberry leaves, natural artificial flavoring, condensed milk, vanilla, eggnog, caramel, hazelnut, hazelnut brittle, sugar, hazelnut, nutmeg. Explains kind of like the custardy flavor. It's got some condensed milk in there, but I did add extra oat milk in it to make it feel more creamy, and a little bit of sugar because I do like it that way. And then there's the Christmas breakfast. I really like it. It's got ginger and cinnamon in it, so it's got that like sort of gingerbread flavor. This one I have not tried, so can't tell you what that tastes like, but the box is pretty. I have tried this one, so this one you don't add milk, you just have it on its own, and it has kind of like a berry and slight like tangy sort of citrusy flavor to it. Well, it would make sense because it's got orange wedges, apple pieces, hibiscus, rose hips, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, star anise. Yeah, so it's a very herby one. It kind of tastes like mulled wine, just not alcoholic. I did add some honey when I had this and I liked it that way. And then there's spiced mince pie, which tastes very fruity, and also I added milk to this and honey as well because I like it that way. Oh, it smells so good. I'm obsessed with smells today. Anyways, yeah, if you're interested, just head on to their website. I'm sure it's not that hard to find because everything on there is all about Christmas. Yeah, and I just bought this for myself because I thought it would be like fun to try different Christmas flavors. I think I might actually pop into their store and buy the advent calendar because I thought it might be cool to do Vlogmas with like some tea and like my tea and my yarn advent calendar, which is coming next week apparently, or according to the tracking from Ozpost. So I bought the advent calendar from Woolen Works from Chloe, and I'm excited because I love all the colors that she's come out with, like really bright rainbow colors, really fun. And I think I am going to, because it's fingering weight, and I believe I bought like the 12 one, not the 24. I can't remember. I will show it to you when I have it. It is, I'm gonna try and do the sea glass tee so that I can actually wear it during the summer. Yeah, so that's my plans, and I will show you the unboxing moment when I have it. Another thing that I wanted to show you was I also bought this really awesome sort of beginner's hand dyeing kit from Obsession Yarns. So I'll show you like a little unboxing clip after this. I feel like you'd enjoy it, and you can see all the colors. I bought this summer colorway, and it's really beautiful. I haven't tried dyeing with it yet. It's not something that I know how to do. And I haven't tried it before, so I thought it was perfect. They come with 2 skeins of yarn and also different colors that you can try and mix and, have fun with. So if you want to try hand dyeing, and if you're like me, it's something you've never done before, check out her page. I hope it's still there. I don't know if she's still selling it, but yeah, that's what I bought. Yeah, so here's the unboxing clip. And not to forget, I did say I will show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of the photo shoot for Pimimpi the label. So here it is. Enjoy.